Hey everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Rizzo.
I'm Zero.
And I'm DK. In this episode of Anime Reaction, we watched episode 10 of Koryu Zombie Desu.
If you want to check out our reaction to the 10th episode of Koryu Zombie Desu, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to go see back in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching.
So, on this episode of Koryu Zombie Desu, months go by.
Hell of a time skip.
That was a hell of a time skip.
Probably almost 6 months at least.
Yeah. Skip on right in the middle of winter.
Yep. So, basically they split up and they've been looking for you for a while. And this episode finally showed them all getting back together and still wanting to continue their search for you.
Which is a nice touch instead of the episode of moping around I was expecting. So,
I think Saris has, what's the word I'm looking for? Confessed to her ninja tribe that she didn't really want to kill you.
Yeah, basically they cast her out and are treating her as a traitor.
Yep. And gave her quite the beating as a outro. Yep. She did try to get some information on where you might have been, but
was ultimately unsuccessful.
Yep. It's probably the best lead though that they could have gotten.
But they ended up running into the King of the Night, the other zombie, at the convenience store. How convenient.
no. Ugh.
Anyway, so they try to fight the King of the Night, and Ayumu gets his legs chopped off, and then the King of the Night uses a teleportation power to basically completely take both Saris and Haruna out of the fight, which I still think is completely stupid because that teleportation power takes
a moment.
At least 3 seconds to fully work, and literally nobody ever tries to avoid the power, which I think is really dumb.
I think
It's not like it's instantaneous or surprising in any way. You see black fog appear, and then he appears, or he causes something to appear.
it's certainly an interesting power that I'm not exactly sure what's going on with it, other than like the one attack that he did against Saris. That was like, bam. That was the only time where it really hit quick.
I've given up on trying to justify characters in anime being able to dodge attacks ever since I first watched Sailor Moon. So, I mean, that one you can have like all day, and like an 85-year-old quadruple paraplegic could dodge the Moon Tiara action. So,
but like even the one for Saris, you're talking about the chain power. She'd seen him teleport already, so if you see the black smoke appearing around you, at least I would instantly try to dodge to the side, or dodge anywhere really.
Yeah.
But nobody ever tries to move away from that power when it's being used, which I think is really dumb.
It could be a case that as it's appearing, it's starting the actual effect. Like, it starts at the feet and billows up over the head, and as it's starting the feet, you already can't move. That may be the case. I find that hard to believe.
It doesn't look like that's the case, because basically the fog appears and they're like, huh? Ah!
Yeah.
It's just, I find
the timing is just...
They just want
I
to
find the timing a little dumb. I think basically he's overpowering them, but it's all their fault.
Well, that's kind of the point, though. They have to show him to be a tough enemy. So they gotta give him a fight where he's just OP and just, over everyone.
Also, I kind of hate the trope of the character being blackmailed and everybody believing that it was actually their will. Which is what we're finding with you here.
With her reluctance
because
to go
obviously
back.
she looks very reluctant to go with him, and Ayumu's sitting there thinking, oh well, she didn't grab my hand, she must have wanted to go, she must not want me anymore.
Well, I really don't want to open that can of worms.
Yeah.
Because personally, there is a reason why I hate this fucker. Mr. Knight is like the person that if I would see him ever in real life, I'd slit his throat. Like that I hate people like that.
Manipulative.
Absolutely hate them. And I've ran into them a ton in my life.
Yep.
And the majority of the time it's because they decided to take a female from my life and completely ruin their life.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have actually run into people like that, but it really bothers me in fiction. Like I said, that trope where obviously the person is reluctant to do it, reluctant to go. They look reluctant to go. Every fucking sign points them to being very reluctant on what's going on here. But the main character's like, oh, that must be what they wanted. That bothers me.
Yeah, but there have been cases where it's not necessarily their will, but because they're being manipulated in such a way, they will fight you to stay with that person.
Yeah, that's true too. There's yeah.
And that's why I didn't really want to get into that can of worms, because I've actually
there's really only so much that you can do.
Yeah. If someone goes for a manipulation like that, all that you can do is attempt to pull them out and tell them, it's being manipulative. But you can only do so much. They really have to make the decision themselves. I mean, it's really going to be difficult for me to not be extremely pissed off going the rest of this season. The rest of this series.
This situation's a little different than real life because the King of the Night literally did just try to kill everybody there.
Yeah.
So now you don't even have to care what you says. You can just go kill him. So there's that. At least in the interest of freeing you from him. But yeah. Also, I really hate manipulative bastards.
Also, we get the most ridiculous looking time bomb possibly in the history of fiction.
Kind of looked like that. It kind of looked like that penguin sort of thing.
Kind of looks like an octopus or something.
He's talking about from Mayoiga.
Oh yeah,
the penguin.
the Nanaki.
Yeah.
Well, there was another penguin that he summoned here. Last episode, or the episode before.
Oh yeah, the giant penguin duck thing.
Oh no, I think it was a Kappadal. In their first encounter with the King of the Night, right? Yeah, he made use a Kappadal into a giant.
Yeah.
That was it.
Could be something like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty weird, and it had a very amusing ability of if you thought about it, it got stuck on your head.
Well, you also had to have physical closeness to it, apparently.
Yeah.
Because it was really interesting that Ayumu had to get in like this in order to actually do it.
Yeah.
That was really weird. But Haruna and
Tominori,
they were, when Haruna is sitting here, and
Well, the first time that Tominori got it, her head was like right here.
oh really?
Yeah.
I-
So she might have actually touched the bomb with her head. But yeah.
Hey, if you
And,
think about it or touch it, ouch.
Well, it's not that you think about it, because Haruno was obviously thinking about it when she tried to disarm it. So I don't think that necessarily has anything to do with it. But
It had a strange ability of hopping heads.
some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Nice.
Classic Batman reference.
Nice.
Anyway, so let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.